Okay, let's talk about face masks. Getting pretty fed up with all the people who say that face masks don't help, that Anthony Fauci said not to use them, or Robert Redford said don't use them, or any of that other crap. It has been such a long time since any government official said, any of the ones who are actual experts on epidemics and stuff like that, it's been a long time since any of them recommended not using a mask. So if you are seeing videos where it says Fauci said you don't need a mask, you're looking at something from March. You're not looking at something from now. Okay? I just want to talk about this briefly. I've got a couple of articles up on my blog regarding this topic, so you can look for them yourself. One of them is called The Efficacy of Masks. And that one was posted, let's see, how long ago did I post that one? Gotta find it first. That was 3 months ago, okay? And there's another one that I posted 2 months ago called Why Should I Bother with Masks and Social Distancing? I also, I think, addressed it again. Let me see if I can find the last one. Hold on, please. Okay, so the last one that I posted was in August, and that's SARS-CoV-2/COVID-19 facts. And it, among other things, addresses the issue of masks, which ones to use, which ones to avoid. And the ones you should avoid include the neck fleeces or neck gaiters, and also bandanas, because they actually help to spread the virus because of the way they turn the molecules of liquid coming out of your mouth into tinier molecules that float longer and farther. Okay? But anyways, just want to point out a few things for you here. In these articles, there are links to videos and reports and research on this topic. In summary, different mask materials have different results, with multi-layer masks made of tightly woven cotton, natural chiffon, natural silk and chiffon being the most efficacious for preventing the transmission of viruses via the air. A 3-layer mask where the outer layer is hydrophobic, which can be like a synthetic. The middle mask, the middle part of the mask, the middle layer, I should say, is like polypropylene fiber, which helps to filter. And then the inner mask should be hydrophilic, like cotton, a natural material that absorbs water. So the idea here is you've got that inner layer catching the liquid coming out of your mouth and nose, trapping it so it's less likely to get into the air. And then you've got that middle layer that's filtering out stuff too. And then you've got the outer hydrophobic layer, like polyester. And that layer, since it's hydrophobic, if there are particles of liquid floating in the air, they're not going to adhere to the mask very easily. That way you're protecting others from your breath vapor, as well as being protected from other people's. Okay? So the best masks can actually remove almost all viruses in both directions. You're at, I think it's like a 1% risk of having contamination, except if you have a valve, a breather on the mask, in which case the air that you are breathing is being expelled through that valve into the air, so the people around you are not safe. So don't buy the ones with the valves for the purpose of protecting you and others from SARS-CoV-2. And please stop saying COVID-19. COVID-19 is what happens when your SARS-CoV-2 infection gets serious enough. It's not a virus. You can't catch COVID-19. You catch SARS-CoV-2, okay? All right. So basically, there are a lot of studies that have been done that show that when you speak, filtration happens. Here, I'll show you one of the videos. Right there. Okay.
Droplets, which can harbor infectious virus particles, are released when someone speaks. That's what that stuff is. This was demonstrated using laser light scattering to help visualize the droplets. Stay healthy.
Stay healthy.
Was repeated.
Stay healthy. Great. Stay healthy.
With a mask.
Stay healthy. Louder. Stay healthy. Louder. Stay healthy.
Very few droplets are seen, as you can see for yourself.
So, wearing a mask helps. And you may think, I'm not going to get sick. Well, you will potentially get multiple strains over time of the SARS-2 virus. And although you may not get sick from it unless you are already sick enough, you may pass that virus on to somebody who will get sick or maybe even die from it. Like older family members, older friends, people who are immunocompromised, people who are otherwise struggling, like people who have heart disease or kidney problems or diabetes or lung problems, people who are obese or at higher risk, people with not enough vitamin D because they spend all their time indoors are at higher risk, okay? So the WHO, the US CDC, Dr. Fauci, Dr. Redfield, and others all agree that everyone should be performing social distancing in public places and wearing masks, especially when indoors. All right? It's that simple. Look, my personal opinion about this is that if it weren't for the large number of healthcare workers who are deleteriously affected by this pandemic, I'd say let it run its course. Yes, I'll lose people that I will love. Friends and family will die. However, the financial, physical, and psychological impact of the pandemic is affecting far more people than are going to die from this virus. And there isn't a single vaccine, most likely, that will protect us. I mean, look at HPV. HPV has over 150 different strains, whereas SARS-2 has over 160 different strains already. And in HPV, there are a small number of those that are at high risk of causing cancer, like penis cancer and cervical cancer, nose, throat, and mouth cancer and stuff like that. And the vaccinations we give, Gardasil and the one that they use in Europe, only protect against 2, 5, or 7 different strains. The older Gardasil did 2, the newer Gardasil I believe does 5, and then the one in Europe actually protects against 7. But that isn't even all of the strains that could cause cancer. I think there's like double that number that are known to cause cancer and are at a high risk rate. Okay, so we can't even protect against that effectively, and it's not even mandatory. And here we're going to try to protect against a coronavirus, which, like the common cold, which mutates very often, and there are already 5 different strains and that have sprung from the original strain, and then within each strain there are so many different kinds that originated in different parts of the world because of different conditions or whatever. And there are already people who have been shown to have been healed of one strain and then get a different one. There's one in the Netherlands, in Belgium, in Hong Kong, and in Nevada, America. So, waiting for that miracle cure, unless scientists can come up with a way to target the virus in a way that's not strain specific, we're just not going to have a solution here, okay? Don't get your hopes up. I'm sorry, we either live with it or we are going to have to wear masks, socially distance, and wash our hands. All right? Thank you very much for listening. You can learn more from those 3 articles on my blog that I talked about. And I hope you stay healthy. I hope you don't lose anybody you love. My mom already had SARS-CoV-2 and she developed some of the symptoms. She had diarrhea and she slept a lot and she didn't have an appetite. She's okay now. At least from that strain, she's probably immune. But there's a chance you may lose somebody. I'm sorry.